Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome to another video of mine. This is a 21 Mist Skiff on the Fortified week last week. I was a little bit lazy to commentate over this one because I didn't. This is not a live recording, I'm commentating over it after the fact because I recorded the gameplay with actual audio from the Discord voice, and it was a key with my German buddies, which I'm in Discord with, and since this is a channel where I'm speaking English, yeah, rip live commentary, I guess. So this is the first time I'm commentating after the fact over the key. I hope you guys like it and enjoy the video. So we decide to go into the left pack here to get the WoW relic, the stealth one. Kind of struggling to find it here, but I got it nevertheless. Because we don't have any classes to skip the pack in the river just up ahead. So no Mindsooth or Demon Hunter Banish, something like that. So yeah, this is just the standard Necrolord AoE build with Marileth as a Soulbind. Because sometimes Marileth can be better, especially when you do need some boss damage. I think Kevin's Oozling is quite nice on the first boss in Mists of Tirna Scithe, so I'm going with that. The legendary is Primal Lava Actuators. This was after we got our second legendary, so I'm obviously wearing Unity, which gives me the Necrolord legendary as well. I am still on 2-piece. I feel like I'm saying that every video for like a month now. Maybe not a month, but quite some time. Yeah, and I still managed to do about a little more than 16k damage at the end of the key, which is, I think, my personal best for Mists. And you definitely need that amount of damage for a 21 key that early in the season. Kind of glad that we got this. Here you can see we did grab WoW and Stealth across the pack. Our tank asks me to CC the Soul Cleaver here, the inspired one, because the Spirit Bolts really do hurt. If one player gets unlucky and gets hit by 2 Spirit Bolts at the same time, he's most likely dead. So we are playing it safe here. No reason to rush because we should have enough damage to clear the key with like the normal shenanigans if we don't wipe 2 silly things. This key has been for about a week ago now, so I don't really remember most of the parts of it, but I do remember that it was a pretty clean key for most of it. So yeah, we decide to kill the Soul Cleaver now, open up the gate, and obviously get the buffs next. What we tend to do here is grab the next 2 mobs. I don't know what they are called, the big ones that do the pulsing AoE. We sometimes grab them into this little grove on the left, and when they start to pulsate, the AoE damage, we grab those shrooms, the purple ones, because they firstly give a stamina buff, but that's not really what we want. They just heal you to full. So if things get close, we just grab them. And so we can cleave them like pretty much on the same health almost all the time, which is obviously better for the DPS and pace of the key overall. So yeah, as you can see, doing decent amount of damage here. And here, there you can see me taking the purple shroom, just to be sure. Help out our healer a little bit, because this was, after all, a Grievous week. You can see actually the little dagger stack on the left from the mobs right now. This is one of my weak arrows that shows me how much Grievous stacks I have on me. Just to keep track of how much damage our healer has to heal away. Just as an enhancement shaman, this is kind of important because you do have a lot of up-heal for yourself and other party members. You generally don't really want to use off-heals on yourself because they spend your maelstrom stacks, obviously. and Maelstrom stacks are a big part of your damage. So if you can avoid healing yourself, you definitely want to do that. So this is quite the tough part of the key sometimes. It's not tyrannical weak, so we should be fine on this boss. What our tank does, he calls out the kicks on the boss. Most of the time, this time we did actually miss a kick. But as I said, it's not tyrannical, so not the biggest problem. On tyrannical, on higher keys, you really do have to kick every single cast, because these things basically shred half of your health if you let run through. And my part basically is to have a lot of consistent damage, get the boss into the phase, and then try to burst as much damage as I can, obviously in the intermission phase. And here is my big part. I need to drop the Tremor Totem to break the fear that the boss casts after a while in this phase. So here, going into the next phase, I don't really have much. I did use Primordial Wave, the buff, before to have an enhanced Lightning Bolt. And here, as you can see, I'm actually smiling because I'm getting Hot Hands proc during the damage phase. Very lucky. Still not beating the warrior or the mage. Yeah. I mean, that's kinda due to me sucking on enhancement a little bit. I mean, not sucking, but maximizing the damage is nothing that I did to perfection as of now, because I playing enhancement for about a month now, right? So still room to get better. Yeah, so we are just cleaving out the boss. Here I saw that my mastery buff from Necrolord Marileth ran out, so I used my Fleshcraft just for a single tick to get the mastery buff. Yeah, get out of there and yeah, get my next Hot Hands proc. Nice! A little bit early, but still good. I did use my cube here. I usually have my wolves macroed with together with my cube, and by cube I mean the quantum device, the trinket. And here I just used it without the wolves, because yeah, just to get as much damage into the burn phase as possible. And as you can see, I do start to beat out the warrior and the mage. A little bit. That's because my class enhancement is very much a consistent damage class. Except for when you play Night Fae and have the single target build going. I might be uploading a key later this week, playing that build from a high tyrannical key this week, where I tested out playing the single target Night Fae build that you usually play in single target raid fights. Because then you do have a lot of burst. When you pair up your first wolves with the Night Fae ability, get some wolf frogs from your 2 set, and yeah, reset your wolves with the Night Fae ability, so you can have up to 6, 7 wolves going at the same time. Kinda insane. And in the Race to World First, I actually saw Echo on the Jailer, the last boss fight on Mythic, and the Shaman was doing in the Bloodlust pull like 50k in the pull. He has to have had a lot of Hot Hands RNG, a lot of Wolf RNG, but it is possible. It is very much possible to burst a very, very high as an Enhancement Shaman, which is kind of nice to see. That you have so much variety in this class due to the amount of builds that you can play. So the key's going smoothly, just one single death in the first pack. A warrior. Yeah, I think it was the mage that got one shot. So here, these packs are a little bit spicy. Because there are sometimes inspired mobs in there, and you have to kind of see what mobs are not inspired in these packs. So this one is fine to not CC, the defender here. Because the other mobs don't really have casts that we need to interrupt. Kind of want to stop the defenders. Sometimes when they start to spin, the spear flurry is not too dangerous. And you will see later what I mean by dangerous. And this is pretty much the sweet part for enhancement in the Mist key. That's where all the damage comes from, because these 4 to 6 target packs are pretty much perfect for our damage profile, because we are kinda obviously AoE capped, and this is where our damage has full potential, because after about 6 targets we kinda drop off. And as you can see, I'm able to do consistent 20 plus K damage. So yeah, this is where my overall damage kind of rises, that the enhancement can shine. Yeah, as you can see, I'm some sort of Necrolord doctor thingy. That's because one of our guys activated the Shaper. And usually now I'm glad when people do this, because I decided to go as a goblin on my Shaman, just because it's very good damage-wise. When you get the haste from the racial, and you do have the goblin jump, which obviously saved my life quite some time now. As an enhancement shaman, you aren't really too mobile sometimes. So here we decided to not CC any of the mobs, any of the tenders. Those 2 tenders do cast the heal on the group, because our tank, I think, is Blood Elf, and he can purge all of the healing buffs away that the tender throws on the other mobs. And I don't know how we purged the second cast, but we can manage without. So yeah, obviously it saves you some time to not CC one mob when you can purge all the buffs from them. So that's what we decided to do, and yeah, it worked out quite nicely here. This is the beauty of playing as 5 people, so you can speak to yourself. We are all 5 of us are at Discord, and we can make decisions on the fly like that, which is very, very nice.
Der schreddert nicht nur meine Armor, glaube ich. Warte. Ich zieh, ich denk dran.
So sorry for that, I had to take a sip
Nicht, dass ich dabei nicht dran gedacht habe.
from talking so much. Yeah, this mob is just the usual, killing off the big one. It's always sad to you have to use your cooldowns on these ones, but my wolves were just up, and I think I used my cube here as well, my arguably biggest cooldown, but it is what it is. For that I'm doing nice 15k on basically single target here. So going into the next pack, if I remember correctly.
Ja, genau.
As you can see, there's one inspired mob. And this is where we decided to purge the AoE purge, to use the AoE purge from our tank as a Blood Elf, and I am going to do the single target purge on the Stalker. No, the Shaper. So the Shaper, as you can see, he used the shield on the tender, and if the shield breaks, this is when the rooting of all the team members happens. So if you're fast enough, you could just you don't really need to kick, and you can just purge the shield off, and nothing really happens. Just a little bit of damage, but that's not too bad. And yeah, we let the one cast go through, and now we're a little bit behind on the mob HP because they healed a lot, but that's okay. We are decent in time, 50 minutes left. Um, this is a tight key, and there's not really room for slacking here. So we do need to pick up the slack a little bit, but we should be fine. Yeah, in the next video that you guys will see, most likely I will have changed my interface up a little bit. Yeah, as the guys told you before, I am using the weak aura package and overall the interface from the streamer Fragrance from Echo, the Demon Hunter
Ne,
player, and
will ich nicht.
the weak auras for my cooldowns
3, 2, 1,
in the middle. I will change up a little bit because yeah, I feel like I kind of want to get away from ilvl as a whole, and this package is using ilvl, and so I'm testing out a few different things right now. The reason I want to get away from ilvl is because it does lower your performance of your PC quite a little bit compared to the standard classic interface or most other interfaces, just because it's so it does have so many features, I think. And yeah, right now we are still raiding as 30 man. And so my frames are pretty bad in the raid. Hey, here you can see what I did. I dotted a lot of mobs while we were deciding what to kill, or rather finding out what to kill. And I used my Necrolord ability and the Lightning Bolt on 3 mobs, so I got a lot of haste. So if you do have some downtime, just dot a few mobs, even if they are from range, so you can get more haste. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see the damage numbers compared to what was like 2 weeks ago where we didn't have tier set and just one legendary. I think there was that one time where I was doing about 9k and that was pretty high. And now the mage is doing 14.5k. Kind of crazy. And I'm not sure if our mage has the 2 set yet in this key. I think he got it in the vault this week, but here, there I did it again. The cheeky little double lightning bolt to get the haste. And the mage, yeah, he got it in the vault, I think, which means that he didn't have the 2 set here. Because, as I told you, this was a video from last week. So just clapping this boss very smoothly. Really nothing to go wrong here. Oh yeah, right. As I was telling you, I did change up the interface a little bit, and as of right now, I'm using the Shaman package from Luxtos, and some of you might have come across his weak auras. He's doing very nice weak auras for free on his website, where you could download them, and he has some for every class. And as of right now, I think they are always up to date with the newest builds. So, for example, there's tracker or cooldowns or like buff trackers for everything that you could imagine your class might have or you might need. And he keeps them up to date every patch. So if something new comes with like new legendaries that hasn't been played before, you can pretty much be sure that he always integrates them in his weak auras, and you can just get them for free. One thing is they do have a lot of shining buttons to them. For example, when I do have my lava, oh, a tank just nearly died from falling down here. So we are all blaming him right now. On German. Very bad German words, very angry words. But all in good banter, obviously. Because most of the time we are having fun, we are playing these keys. Sometimes when we do slack a little, it gets a little rough, but usually, I mean, it's a game after all, so even if we're pushing keys like now, we still like to have a lot of fun. Yeah, back to Luxtos. You should keep an eye out for his weak auras. Just
Ich habe eine Ausrede,
Google
ich darf
him
jetzt
and weak
nicht mehr
aura
was
and you
sagen.
will see them. And as I said, they do have a lot of shininess to them. For example, on Hot Hands procs, the Lava Lash button lights up, or if I do have a Storm Strike
Wir
proc,
können aber nichts
it
reinholen.
lights up, and it can be a little bit
lassen.
overwhelming. But the good thing about this is
Den haben wir
that
die Woche schon
you
probiert, gell?
don't
Den
really
kannst
need
du ja
to
dann eben
really
erreichen.
look at your weak auras.
Davor liegen
You
drauf.
can just glance at them
Kannst du den linken dann
from
noch
the side and
halten,
you
oder?
will see what procs you have. So you can focus on other things and still play your rotation pretty much optimally.
So.
So this is a big pull, very hard pull. We decided to CC the one inspired mob and maybe focused on the other, yeah. As you can see, I took him in the focus and already got aggro from him. So I am purging just this one larvae, or maybe our Death Knight purged all of the mobs. But this is very important so that the one inspired mob dies. And here you can see our tank dying. It's become kind of a meme that not our tank dying, our warrior dying.
Okay.
Because especially in Mists on these pulls, he's dying so much, and it's not just him as a warrior; it's other warriors in our guild as well. I really don't know what it is. I mean, it is a hard pack, and as an enhancement shaman, I'm really lucky that I can cast a lot of my abilities from range. So I can do a lot of damage and be safe here. As you can see here, I'm stepping back from the AoE and using my Fire Nova and Chain Lightning. So I'm not in danger of dying. And obviously, I think my warrior is going to watch this video, so shout out to him. No harm to him, but it's becoming a running gag now that I don't even have to keep up 100% on my win free because our warrior isn't even 100% alive anyways. So who cares? But he's still pumping damage right now, even in the overall above me. But I am pretty sure, not going to spoil, but something is changing about this towards the end. But this week he did get his 4-set and is doing quite a lot of damage now. And we did some keys today, yeah, and he did very much outdamage me, I think, every key. So I do have to keep up that slack, or maybe just grab a weapon, big weapon from next world, or maybe get my 4-set someday. But yeah, it's also kind of nice to revisit my gameplays like that and commentate over it, because I can see quite a lot of mistakes that I do. For example, here I am focusing the one mob that needs to be interrupted quite a lot, but in reality I should be tap targeting a lot more to spread the debuff from my Lava Lash, the talent that my dot is doing more damage on the ad, which I am not doing at all right here. Okay, this was kind of nice to focus the mob down, because we do have an inspired mob. We want to move forward into the next pack, and so we need to kill the one mob that is casting. So I guess I'm not inting that much, but I think you get the point. This is what a lot of... so I was playing League of Legends before quite a lot of years, and everyone is telling you that you should revisit your own gameplays if you want seriously to get better. So this is a very easy way to figure out what mistakes you're making. And this was very, very close. Oh shit, I was standing in the bed and got a debuff and nearly died. But in those cases, I'm usually panic pressing my healing potion button on G and surviving most of the time, so all good. As you can see, I'm doing 30k almost consistently. Kind of nice. And this is where I am jumping ahead in the damage meter, I think. Let's see after we kill all those mobs off. And guys, I am not quite sure what I'm going to do with the video, audio. I might be...
3, 2, 1, go.
putting some music in the background or just leaving the WoW sounds and the Discord commentary or Discord voices from our teammates as just a very, very low voice in the background, just to have some background noise. Because the problem is when I put some music in, I do have to put some license-free music because otherwise YouTube will kind of strike me and not really promote my video as well. So I don't really want to have that happen. And I don't want to have no background noise because the commentary might be a little bit bad. But good news, guys, in the future this won't be happening because I figured out how I am able to separate different audio cues in OBS itself. So what I did is I installed a plugin into OBS, which makes it possible to kind of mute and separate and obviously lower the voices of different exe programs on my computer. So what I did, I separated Discord, WoW in-game, Spotify, my Chrome browser. Yeah, those are most of the programs that I did. And when I pressed the recording, or you are dead again, the meme reoccurs. So when I press record, I can actually decide what to mute, and I'm going to mute the Discord now when I start recording, and maybe music or what else is in the background. So I do have just the clean WoW gameplay. I can commentate over them. Um, yeah, and I already recorded gameplay today, which was a 21 Theater of Pain on Tyrannica. So this might be my next recording. If I get around to do that. Yeah. And that 21 Theater of Pain. Oh, or was it? No, I think I did record the Sanguine Deaths. Yeah, I think it was the Sanguine Deaths. Never mind. But the point that I wanted to bring across is that I am kind of close to 30k Rio now. Oh, the warrior died again, actually. So I'm kind of close to 30k Rio, which is a very neat threshold because at that point you can buy an item from the vendor that automatically upgrades all of your conduits to item level 276. And obviously that's pretty neat. Yeah, this was very, very heated towards the end, even though it's not even tyrannical. Kind of crazy. But the more time it takes, the more green swirlies spawn, and that obviously makes it harder to dodge the swirlies and to move around because the area will be very much occupied by the green goo. So here we do only have 1 minute and 20 left. We decided to do this pack, and we weren't really sure if this pack was enough to complete the last about 6% of count we need to complete. So it was basically doing this pack or just not time the key. Kind of crazy. So one of our players on the left is running out, and I think it's our healer, and he's trying to grab more mobs to kill them. I'm actually not sure if we did need to kill more here. We had 95%, 2 frontals that I have to dodge. So we did kill the war relic, getting another set of cooldowns here, which gives me new wolves. Am I using it? Yeah. We're using wolves, Fire Nova. We have 26 seconds left. Can we do it? So still 5% count. We are killing this Decon right now. We do kill a Reaver, a bug as well here, and it is enough. It actually is enough. If we needed to kill one more mob, this wouldn't be in time. Just 11 seconds left. Whew. So, as you can see, Mist is actually quite the tight key on Fortified. I think Tyrannical is a little bit more forgiving. But yeah, 16.5k overall damage, beating out the warrior by huge 0.1%, 0.1k damage. Very, very nice. Yeah, yeah. If he didn't die on the last boss, he would certainly had me. Or maybe died in the few packs before, but all good.
Ja, ich
Yeah,
fand aber Mist schon
guys,
immer
that's
sehr tight
it
vom Timer.
for the commentary.
Warte mal, jetzt kann ich ja
Maybe
meinen
leave a comment
Shield rein, oder?
um,
Ja.
if you did like the style of after the fact commentary, and yeah,
Streets ändern
subscribe if you want to see more. And
Oh,
until
einer
then,
Scheid.
guys, take care and bye bye.